Welcome students. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today I am going to talk on important topic of genetics, that is Mendelism. Yesterday I told about life history of Mendel. After understanding life history of Mendel, a number of questions came in our mind. First question, that in yesterday's lecture I have told you that first question that were raised is how Mendel revealed that gametes form the physical basis of heredity. Today I am going to talk on this very question, and I will try my level best to answer that very question. Question is, how Mendel postulated that gametes, male gametes and female gametes, form the physical basis of heredity. Physical basis of heredity. That means how characters are passed from parents to offsprings with the help of male and female gametes. In order to answer this question, first you should know about reproduction in organisms. Particularly I am talking about plants. That's why first we should know about sexual reproduction in flowering plants. Sexual reproduction in flowering plants, because the plant that is selected by Mendel in his for conducting different hybridization experiment, that's also flowering plant, that's garden pea. Garden pea, that is Pisum sativum. Pisum sativum. It's also a flowering plant. It's an angiosperm plant, and with the help of, inshallah, with the help of this topic, we will interpret that how Mendel postulated that gametes form the physical basis of heredity. In order to perform sexual reproduction in case of flowering plants form reproductive propagules. They form reproductive structures in the form of flowers. Flower is a modified shoot having condensed nodes and internodes, and it's meant for sexual reproduction of plants. And first of all, we should know different whorls of a flower. A typical angiosperm flower, it bears 4 floral leaves called as floral whorls. First whorl is that's called as calyx. Second whorl that's called corolla. Third whorl that's called androecium. This androecium. And fourth one it is gynoecium. Gynoecium. These are four whorls of a typical flower. Calyx, it is the outermost whorl and is made up of small green leaf-like structures. Each structure is called a sepal. And second is corolla. It is inner to calyx. It is made up of large, brightly colored, fragrant, leaf-like structures. Each structure is called as petal. And third one, it is the male reproductive part of a flower, and it is made up of male reproductive organs in the form of stamens. And fourth one is that is gynoecium. It is the female reproductive part of a flower, and it is made up of female reproductive organs in the form of carpels. Carpels or pistils. With the help of structure, inshallah, I will try my level best to depict all these whorls in a sequential way. Like this, if you have a flower, a flower is having a base. A flower is having a base from which flower arises. This base is called thalamus, or also called as receptacle. It is the base of flower from which different whorls arise in a sequential way. And flowers having also a stalk that's called as pedicel. And from this flower base, first floral whorl arise in the form of small green leaf-like structures. Each structure is called as petal. So each structure is called as sepal. It is a small green leaf-like structure meant for protection as well as photosynthesis. It is followed by second whorl in the form of and the structure that's called as petal. It's again large, usually colored, fragrant structure. Then third whorl of the flower, it arises in the form of elongated structures having lobed structure at the top. It's called as stamen. S-T-A-M-E-N. Stamen. And this stamen is having two parts. Here I will show you. It's having two parts. It is also a stalk. It's called as filament. And having a lobed structure that's usually bilobed, except in Malvaceae that's having single lobed. That's why it's called dithecous. D-H-E-C-O-U-S. Dithecous. Having two lobes separated by a separation disc that's called as connective. And this lobe structure holds called as anther. A-N-T-H-E-R. There are two anther lobes in an anther, and each lobe contains two sacs called as microsporangial sacs or pollen sacs, and in these sacs pollen grains are formed through the process of microsporogenesis. Pollen grains are formed through the process of microsporogenesis, and each pollen grain each pollen grain like this. Each pollen grain contain two cells. One is called as larger cell called as vegetative cell, vegetative nucleus or vegetative cell. Smaller one that's called as vegetative cell. That's called as generative cell. Generative cell. And from the generative cell, two male gametes are formed that we will discuss in sexual reproduction of plants when we take another topic, that is reproduction in flowering plants. And in this case, I told you that each stamen consists of two parts. One is filament, that's the stalk of this stamen, and having a lobar structure that's called as anther, and inside the anther you have pollen sacs, and pollen sacs, in these pollen sacs pollen grains are formed, and pollen grains contain male gametes which are formed from the generative cell. Then last whorl of the flower that arises in the form of gynoecium, that's made up of carpels. A flower bears one carpel or two or three, that is unicarpellary, or sometimes maybe bicarpellary, or sometimes maybe multicarpellary also. This is the innermost structure of flower, that's called as carpel. Is having three parts. Base part called as ovary, middle part that's called style, and the upper part is called stigma. It is pollen or receiving part. In this part, pollen grains are deposited, or with the help of this part, pollen grains are received. This is about the structure of a typical angiosperm flower, which is made up of four whorls. And in this case, since we are concerned with the Mendel's postulation that gamete form the physical basis of heredity, and in this case, it is only the sexual part, that is androecium and gynoecium, that we will discuss in detail. That means from stamens, male gametes are formed through the process of microsporogenesis, and in case of this carpel having stigma, style and ovary, and this ovary contain another structure inside, that's called as ovule. And this ovule, inside this ovule is connected with the wall of the ovary through a structure that's called as, it's connected with the structure that's it's connected with the help of a structure, with the help of stalk, that's called as funicle. F-U-N-I-C-L-E, funicle. And the point was attached with the body of ovary. Here, the point of attachment is called placenta. P-L-A-C-E-N-T-A, placenta. And the point where the funicle touches with the body of the ovule is called hilum. H-I-L-U-M. Hilum. And this ovule, it contain another structure in the form of female gametophyte, that we will discuss in detail during when we talk about when we talk about sexual reproduction in flowering plants in detail. Female gametophyte. Female gametophyte. This female gametophyte contain cells like you have central egg cell surrounded by two bodyguards called as synergids, and you have two polar nuclei at the center. Then you have three antipodals at the this end is called as callosal end, and this end is called as micropyle end, micropylar end or micropyle end. That means this ovule contain female gametophyte, and female gametophyte contain egg cell that is female gamete. And in case of pollen grains, generative nucleus is divided into two. It is divided into, that is vegetative nucleus and two male gametes. That means now we will talk about male gametes and female gametes, which are carriers of characters from parent to offspring, which form the physical basis of heredity. What happens during pollination? During pollination, when pollen grains which are formed inside the anthers, these pollen grains, when they mature, the anther gets dehisced, the wall of the anther breaks so that pollen grain releases from the anther and gets deposited here. And after pollen and pistil interaction, the pollen grains having two male gametes inside, like here, the ovule, and ovule contain egg cell or female gamete, and the pollen grain which is deposited over the stigma, this also pollen grain contain two male gametes and one vegetative nucleus. And after interaction, pollen pistil interaction, the pollen grains germinate over the stigmatic surface and form a tube-like structure called as pollen tube. And through this pollen tube, the two male gametes also runs down vegetative nucleus, moves ahead, then two male gametes. By the time the pollen tube reach towards the micropylar end of ovule, like here, the vegetative nucleus gets absorbed or utilized by providing nutrition for the growth of pollen tube. And at the micropylar end of this ovule, the pollen tube penetrates through the micropyle, and then it also releases some enzymes in the form of lysozyme or pectinases, as well as cellulases that dissolve the wall of stellar tissue that dissolves this styler tissue as well as dissolves the wall of the ovule and makes a gap in the ovule at micropylar end, so that these two male gametes which are present in this pollen tube, they come inside the ovule, and these two are guided by filiform apparatus of synergids. These are palm-like structures which are meant for, recently it was saying that they are meant for guidance of pollen tube towards the ovule. And then what happens? One of the male gamete which come inside the ovule, this one male gamete fuses with the egg, result in the formation of diploid zygote, and that's called as fertilization or syngamy. And this zygote in turn, it is then developed into multicellular mass of cell by continuous mitotic divisions, result in the formation of embryo. And embryo, outside the embryo you have a ovule. Then ovule is covered by integuments. The whole structure gets converted into seed, and when we sow seed, it forms new flowering plant. That means new seed, or we can say it is the offspring. It is a new offspring. This offspring is formed from after male and female gamete gets fused inside the embryo sac. That means the characters present in the plant, they are transferred with the help of male gametes and female gametes, and then recombine in diploid zygote. Then diploid zygote converted into embryo and then seed. That means gametes form the physical basis of heredity, which means that the characters which are present in the parents, they are passed from parent onto seed through the agency of gametes. Which means that gametes form the physical basis of heredity. It is the gametes which physically move from parent plant and then again combine during the fertilization, result in the formation of new offspring. Inshallah, I hope that you understand the sexual reproduction in case of flowering plants, and also how gametes form the physical basis of heredity.